I'm Eyeball John, and welcome to another how-to video. In this video, I'm going to be showing the restoration of this '57 Corvette, which happens to be turned out to be a Yenko race car. It's just in the disassembly process, and I'm starting to strip it down, and I'm going to be starting to cut the nose off today. The nose is way too far gone to be saved, so we're taking a nose off of another original car and putting it on this one. So I'm going to be going through step by step of stripping paint, fiberglass work, fabrication. Just stay tuned and follow along. Thanks. So it's not all that easy to take a nose off a Corvette. You have to be very careful, and you have to either save the nose or save the cowl. It's one or the other. It's very hard to save both. On this particular car, we don't need the nose, so I want to be careful and save the cowl piece anywhere where the nose will bond on. On the other car that we're using the nose on that car, I have to make sure that there can be no damage to the nose whatsoever. So the cowl might get some damage, but if it does, just have to re-glass where the bonding seams are going to be. So on this, it's glued on right about here. Okay, like this. What I usually do is I'll make a cut down on both sides, and then the whole front of the nose will come off once it's unbolted from the radiator support. Then I usually use either a chisel or a gasket scraper and a hammer and start breaking where it's bonded on. Now I want to take this nose off complete the way it would be from the factory, so the top of the dash is going to be coming off also. I'm just going to be using an air saw. You could use a Sawzall, whatever kind of saw you want to use to take off the nose. I'm going to start. You can see it's already cracked over here. It started separating. This nose was pieced together over the years with all different pieces of noses, and there's actually a piece of large chunk of sheet metal riveted into the front, so that's not too good. So basically what I'm going to start doing is just taking the Sawzall and start cutting. There you go. One side detached. Okay. Now, in the factory, these noses were bonded on right about here. So I'm gonna have to break this seam open, and then also in here, very carefully, you're gonna have to break this open. I like using the gasket scraper. Any kind of chisel to get in there, just give it a smack and with a hammer, and that'll open it up. Now, of course, the inner fenders were already unbolted. There's really nothing holding this nose on. So, all right, let's head over to the other side. See, there's a crack on this side also. I don't know if a whole nose was put on this at one time. It's definitely pieced on. So I'm just going to start from there. Last few inches, Sawzall is not going through. My hand in the back, there's actually some steel bars that are holding the bottom of this fender on. So I'm just going to cut the outer layer with a disc and then just pull it apart. You can see how thick that stuff is. Oh, still doesn't want to come apart. That fender is. You can see the metal bars. That's something you want to see when you take apart a Corvette. You want to see sparks. There we go. And that's it. Alright. See, the nose is off. Pull it off. Like I said, I'm going to separate all in here, right along the edge, because this is what, from the factory, the top surround laid on top of the cowl over here where it was bonded, and it ran all the way in through here and in through the top, the whole dash. It's got some screws held in. It was all just glued in. So we're just going to start breaking that off. Well, the nose is off. You can see on the inside over the years what was done to this. It actually is common. I've done a lot of vets where I started grinding on the outside and all of a sudden started seeing sparks. And somewhere along the line, somebody put metal patches in instead of doing a fiberglass repair. You never know what you're going to find when you start taking these cars apart. Now, this is the cowl. So, yeah, as you can see, these bars were put in there. I don't know for what. So now I'm going to start doing this very easily. Let's see. Start breaking the inside. You don't want to damage the cowl. Already it started. Just we'll wax it a hammer. Try not to do any repairs on that. But if we have to, we have to. Up in here, so wherever you see daylight coming through, you want to start hitting. And one of the best ways to start doing breaking it is using one of these. It's great. gasket scraper usually does a trick. What we'll do is wedge it on the inside, and you start pulling away. And also a nice flat head screwdriver. Yeah, so I'm slowly working up the seam. You can see it's got to come off in pieces. That's the only way you can get them off without damaging anything on the inside. You can see it popping. So going up. Alright, so what I'm going to do is slowly work my way up using the screwdrivers and try and get this panel off. Alright, you can see it opened up. It's not as clean as I would like it, but there was so much plastic and work done to this car that, like I said, you're never going to know what you're going to find underneath. Alright, so now by the cowl, you can see some bad repairs. Just go in maybe about right here, an inch with the how thick the glass is. And you got cloth in here too, which I don't recommend using on repairs because it will shrink up, and you could actually see the pattern of the woven glass. That's why I only use matte to do repairs. All right, I'm gonna start keep chipping away at this and see where I get. Just continuously chipping away. Just keep wedging. It's a little piece at a time, that's what it's got to be. There you go. And you can see the inner bonding seam and squish of the factory glue. Yeah, this looks like the factory cowl, the fiberglass here. Right. This black is the glue. Okay. Little by little, getting there. See it starting to split, and that's what you want. Just take your time. the best you could ask for. It's tedious work. It's time consuming, but that's about the only way to get it out. That is good force. There you go. That's it. It's in the seam. There you go. We just want to keep working it. Gloopiness in there. It's all right. It's all right. Alright, let's work on it a little bit more. You see the seams opening up. Alright, so about one half of the cowl is removed. And you can see, you just gotta grab it and yank. Firewall where it was bonded on, glue. This is the outer skin. When you do this, there's a lot of grinding.
Voila.
You don't want to try and knock off the glue because you could do damage to the bonding area. So it's going to take a lot of grinding. You can see the glass, how old and dried out it is. So that's all going to have to be grinded off. It's pretty much loose halfway through. What I'm going to have to do is now continue on the other side. All right, so a quick recap. You can see the white paint on the nose that's left behind. You can also see the white fiberglass that was under the paint. That's from the original nose. The black is the glue that was glued on from the factory. You could also see it on the bottom, more glue. Rivets that were left in, they have to be drilled out. You don't put rivets in a Corvette. The cowl over here, you could see some of the glass is broken away, but that has to be reclassed. The white you see is actually the white from the nose. Again over here, this is what's left over from the nose being peeled off. That all has to be grinded off. Alright, so we move on to the other side. I did some grinding already. You can see over here that the white is from the cowl and the black is the glue. Again here you can still see some black glue. I don't take it all off until the end when I start fitting the new nose, just to make sure how much space I have. And this is one of my favorite tools, a 3-inch grinding disc with a 36 grit grinding pad. And now you can see some grinding going on as I start to take off the glue and whatever fiberglass is left over from the nose. Alright, so now I'm grinding the cowl. I'm taking off the glue, which is the black. The white that you see is the fiberglass on the firewall, the cowl. Okay, you don't want to go past that. You want to leave that. Just take off the glue. Take it off a little bit at a time. You don't want to take off too much. And here again, the white that's coming off is what fiberglass was left when the nose was peeled off. and then the black is the glue. So I'm just grinding enough to take it down where fitting the new nose will be a lot easier. You don't have to take off all the black now. You could leave just a little bit if you want until you fit the nose, because sometimes you might have to build up the area. Just grind off as much as needed without going through. So again, you can see this white, that is the old fiberglass that was left behind from the original nose. The black underneath it is the glue, and the white underneath that is the fiberglass from the cowl that you want to leave. So that's pretty much it for this video. As you can see, removing the nose off of this 57 is a lot of work. It's very messy, and it's a lot of grinding. And the procedure that I showed you in this video to remove the nose will work with any year Corvette. They're all glued on, and when you have to remove them, you need to peel them off and remove the glue. Not only the nose, any body panel on a Corvette is glued on, so you'll be using the same procedure. Thanks for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe to the channel, because there are a lot more videos coming up. And also, if there's any questions or comments about the video, please contact me. Until next time, this is Eyeball John.